guys, it's Rochelle. So today I'm going to show you how you can make some roasted vegetable fajitas. They're going to be really colorful, really delicious, pretty easy, and yes, I hope you enjoy them, so let's get started.
A cup of coffee in the morning, and I get the paper. I check the headlines and decide that I am bored. I check my email and I decide to answer later. Another cup of coffee and I drag myself to work. My life is drowned in a firm routine of coffee, sleep, and work. I am not boring, I just stick to what I know.
The vegetables that I'm going to roast are going to be these, this yellow squash here. I'm going to use 2 of these yellow squash, and I'll show you how I'm going to cut them up in a minute. I'm also going to use a mixture of bell peppers. I'm going to use a green one, a orange one, a yellow one, and a red one. Yes, you could just use like one variety, but I like it if there's a bunch of different colors because I think it looks a lot prettier and a lot nicer. And to roast these, we're going to turn on the broiler and cut these up and put them on a cookie sheet, and there you have it. So let's do this. Alright guys, so I would have filmed me chopping the vegetables, but the sound didn't work and you couldn't hear anything I was saying, and it wasn't good. So anyway, I chopped up the peppers. I only ended up using about half of each pepper and 1 squash. And now they are in the broiler. I don't know how well you can see that, hear them sizzling. Alright, and you want to make sure they get a little bit burned, obviously, because you're roasting them. It's really going to release the flavor, more so than if you were to just saute them. And, ooh, you can see my reflection here. Gotta clean this stove. So, yeah, I'm just going to stick those in there, let them roast, and I'll show you when they're done. Okay, so these have been in the oven for probably 10 minutes, and look at how nice and singed they are. Yes. If you have a barbecue or like a grill or something, that would work really nice for this, and they'd probably be done a lot quicker, but I don't have a grill, so I had to deal with this. But yes, these are awesome. And of course, if you just wanted to make run-of-the-mill fajitas, you could just, you know, throw these all in a skillet with everything else we're going to add, but I don't want to do that, because I think they taste really good when they're nice and roasted. Yeah, it's amazing what you can do with vegetables. So now let's get everything else ready. Smell the sweetness and the roastiness, and it is delicious. So I'm just going to let that cook for a while, and you could add some seitan to this for a little bit of extra protein. You could add any sort of like fake meat. I might add a little bit of tofu. You could even make sort of a tofu scramble if you want. You could add potatoes to this. Anything. Like, whatever. You can just leave it vegetables, which I might do, but I think I'm going to add some tofu, so let's see what we can do with that. So I chopped up about 1/3 of a block of tofu, sliced it kind of thinly, took it in these chunks, and I just cleared off the roasted vegetables and put them in a different bowl. So obviously you can see a couple of little vegetable pieces, but whatever. And I'm going to put these back in the oven in front of the broiler. Just get them a little bit going while the onions finish. Make sure you're careful with the broiler because it's hot, folks. Okay. These onions are getting nice and soft. Alright. Gonna add some pepper, salt, and I'm going to chop up some garlic. Which I'm not going to pick up, and they got a little bit singed, but that's kind of what we want. We want to add that last so they don't fall apart. Okay, put that all in there. Woohoo! Whoop-dee-dee. Like I said, you don't have to use tofu, you don't have to use any type of anything, you can just use the peppers and all that if you'd like. And you don't have to roast the tofu either. You could just have thrown it in the pan with the onions and the garlic. But I don't know, I felt like putting it in the oven. So I've turned off the heat, but this is an electric stove, so obviously it is still hot. So I'm going to take it off the heat now. And we're going to deal with the tortillas. Set that there. So these are the tortillas I have. They're Mexican tortillas, because, yeah. And I'm just going to take some of the filling, stuff it in the tortilla, fold it over like a taco, and I'll show you when I'm done with that.